we're all friends here, right? So I should be able to feel comfortable revealing some secrets to you guys. Because I have a problem, and I didn't notice I had this problem until recently. You see, ever since Trump won the election, and even before Trump won the election, I had this fascination with Rosie O'Donnell and her extreme case of TDS. You see, I'm somewhat interested in psychology. I've always been interested in why people think the way they do, why they act the way they do. And TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, it's a new disorder that just came about within like the last 8 or 10 years or so. But it's something that I view as a real disorder. There are people who I knew personally in life who were normal, thriving people, who had personalities, they had character, they had a bright light behind their eyes, but since Trump came into the picture, they have grown deranged. I've watched people with bright futures ahead of them. People who would stand out in a crowd, I've watched these people literally morph into deranged lunatics that base their entire reality, their entire life, their entire existence, their personality. It's all based around hating Trump now. And Rosie O'Donnell might be the worst case of all. Because, look, I know now it's easy to hate on Rosie O'Donnell. Of course, she's an idiot. But I feel like at one point in time, Rosie O'Donnell was a very likable person. I feel like she was a talented person. Someone who at least was able to give the appearance that she was filled with laughter, love, and joy. But now watching her, it just feels like all emotion, all happiness will just be instantly sucked out of the room whenever you turn on one of her videos. You can see that she has become a shell of what she once was. Someone who just lost all touch with who they were and became nothing but someone totally obsessed with hating Donald Trump. And yesterday she posted another video. And like I said, I have this unhealthy fascination. It's not like she's saying anything important. Most of what she says is stupid, but I can't stop watching. Because when I watch her, I remember Rosie O'Donnell from the 90s, the Rosie O'Donnell that used to host the Kids' Choice Awards, the Rosie O'Donnell from like the Harriet the Spy movie, and now we have cold sore, herpy lip Rosie O'Donnell, who just whines and complains in a monotone voice with no personality at all other than hating Donald Trump. But let's go ahead and roll this clip. And I want to see if you guys are as fascinated as I am, and then I'll be right back with more.
Well, hey everybody, it's me, Rosie O'Donnell, star of the Flintstones. And tomorrow, which is Friday, March 21st, I'm going to be on The Late Late Show here in Ireland. It's live from 9:30 till 11 p.m. and it's the longest running live talk show in the world. So it's a huge honor to be asked, and I'm thrilled to be able to talk about how Clay and I have found it being here in this beautiful country, and the reasons why we felt the need to leave, and all that's going on in the world. So if you're interested, tune in. It's RTE. If you get the RTE player and you download it, you can stream it live, I believe. And that will be tomorrow on my birthday, when I turned 63 years old. I remember being a kid and thinking 65 was... Oh no, hold on. That's a phone call on my Irish phone. Hold, please. Okay, that was me cousin Paula calling from Belfast to tell me something about my show tomorrow night. Daniel O'Donnell, the singer, is going to be on the program with me. And apparently my Aunt Kitty knew him very well, or when she was alive, obviously. Was an older, she was not my aunt, my cousin, actually, but an older woman. And anyway, she told me to bring that up to him. So I will do that in the little introduction before we're on the air, just in case, he's like, I don't remember her, and then I'd feel like an idiot. But I'm sure he does, because my cousin's quite smart and has been so helpful. I have two cousins here in Northern Ireland, and they've been down and helped me, and with what to wear on the Late Show tomorrow night. And, I've lost more weight here. I am on Manjaro for my diabetes, and one of the side effects is you lose weight. But it's also because I had a chef for over 2 years in Los Angeles, and I don't have a chef now. It's me cooking for Clay and me. Now, Clay's food habits are pretty easy because there's a monotony to what she likes, and she also has ARFID, avoidant resistant food intake disorder, and she only likes a certain amount of safe foods. Right now there's only about 6 on the list. We just lost bacon sandwiches. She decided she's had enough of bacon sandwiches and doesn't really want them anymore in her lunch, which is difficult because what to replace it with is the question. So we'll get through it, we'll get through it. Autism isn't easy, and it's a mystery, but I could not love this child anymore. I could not. They make me happy every day. And they're doing so well here. I'm so proud and so impressed with their resilience, and it's not easy to move to another country, and we really felt as a family this was the safest and best thing for us to do. And it looks like, sadly, we were correct. For what's happening in the United States is overwhelmingly depressing, unconstitutional, illegal, criminal, and so very sad. Let's hope that the world and the nation rallies against the current administration and their horrific ideas for what will make America great again. And it's not racism, and it's not homophobia, and it's equality for all. That's what we're promised as American citizens. So let's all remember that. Hold, please. Getting too political. Hold, please. It's been a while since I made a TikTok video. I used to do it so often that it was second nature to me, but now I have to think about what it is that I'm going to say. So when I say hold please now, it's me going, okay, what story can I tell them about what's been happening here, Went shopping today at a wonderful boutique in Dublin to get some clothes for myself that fit better. I'm one of those people who's always had a weight issue, and now that I'm a size large instead of an XL or a 2XL, I find it shocking, I really do. I find it completely shocking. So when I went there, I said to the woman as she was helping me, lovely people in a store called Costume in Dublin, and just a customer. I'm not affiliated with them, but I got a bunch of clothes, and they were so nice because they said, what size are you? I said, I don't really know anymore. And they said, let me just bring what I think will fit you, and you can tell me if you like it or not, or if you want to try it on. And so they brought me some pants, and I said, I don't know if I can wear these. They're not elastic waist. I've been wearing elastic waist pants for a very long time. They're much more comfortable, and, when you have a weight issue and your stomach is large, as mine was or is, I have that kind of apple-shaped body where a lot of my weight is in my stomach. And anyway, they brought in some pants, and I didn't look at the size, and I put them on. And then as we were leaving, they said what the size would be comparable to in America, and I didn't really believe them, you know. I didn't really believe them. But I'm telling you, I feel healthier. I'm sleeping better. Without the stress and anxiety over what was happening politically in the country and being singled out by the President of the United States, you know, since he got in. You know, when I was having my quote-unquote feud with him, I was the host of The View, and it was my job to talk about current events and politics. And, you know, when I told the truth about him, he went nutso. And it's been 17, 18 years of it already, and I'm sick of it. And I didn't want to live with it while he was back in office, and I knew I couldn't. And I knew that it would really tax me emotionally to have to do that. So I'm very happy that we made the decision that we made, and I'm really, really hopeful that Americans are going to see, the Americans who voted for him, just how cruel he is, and do something that will stop him. And there has to be smarter people than me in the world. There are millions who are in positions of power who can affect change. And so disappointed in Chuck Schumer. So disappointed. I can't even articulate how disappointed I am in him. And the Democratic Party on a whole. I think on the whole. I think AOC and Crockett should run the Democratic Party. I think you should give the women a shot, ladies and gentlemen. Give the women a shot to run the DNC. And enough with old white guys who don't stand up for what's right in both parties. Hold, please. Okay, so again, tomorrow, the Late Late Show, 9:30 in Ireland till 11. And the other guest, I believe, is Daniel O'Donnell. It's an O'Donnell party. And he's a wonderful singer. And I can't wait to meet him. And that's that. There you go. That's what's happening. You can download the RTE player. It's an app, and then you can watch it live. You can stream it live. And thanks to all the people who wrote in on my Substack and told me that's how people in America could see it. So thank you for that, everyone. Everyone is very friendly here in Ireland. Very kind, and they know a little bit about living life. I can tell you that much. Really. Kindness counts, people. Kindness counts. Yeah. All right, that's all I got for you today. A tick-tock and don't stop. One more thing, I just watched it back. I know that I say she a lot with Clay, and I really need to use they, them as the tattoo I got right there on my wrist. They, which is backwards for you, it looks like yet. Y-E-H-T, yet. But it's they, them. Those are the pronouns, and I'm trying my best. I know the she's sneak in, and I'm embarrassed of it, and I'm really working on it. So that's all. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. 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 Substack. Rosie O'Donnell, 25.
I know, guys. I know. It's sickening. It's cringy. I get it. Trust me. I'm just as cringed out as all of you all. But like I said, I can't turn away because I'm just so fascinated. And, like, sometimes you see people become obsessive, and it's not hard to really figure out why they would be so obsessive, because they don't really have much going for them. They don't have anything else going on in life. Rosie O'Donnell could be doing anything. But instead, she's online constantly recording videos of her crying about Trump, acting like the world is falling down around her. And now, of course, she's moved to Ireland. Rosie O'Donnell is someone who basically, like, cut her career short. Like, she could still be in movies. She could still be doing things. But instead, when Trump came into the picture, she's just like, oh, hell no. And just threw her entire rest of her life away to just endlessly hate him. And it's sad because she even has kids, adopted kids, who are dealing with like all types of issues, addiction issues. There's a lot going on behind the scenes in Rosie's personal life, but she doesn't tend to really care about any of that. Her sole focus is on being a victim of Donald Trump. And one day, like, we look at these videos and we look at this stuff and we laugh now, right? Because we're caught up in the midst of this. And even though we acknowledge that it's crazy, we're still kind of numb to it. Imagine if you saw this type of stuff 20 years ago, how crazy it would seem to you then. I'm hoping that at some point in the future, we regain a sense of normalcy, whatever that is, and one day that we frown upon this behavior as well. I think that future generations are going to look back at TDS as something that's not just a meme, a joke, something that's really real. It's really real. And if you don't believe it's real, go look at Rosie O'Donnell from the 90s and then listen to one of her videos today. That will basically show you what TDS can do to a human being. But for now, let me know your thoughts about this below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And if you find yourself getting too worked up by all of this, remember, it's just political cinema.